10 steps to never be poor again. Getting rich isn't hard. It's just figuring out how to never be poor again. You constantly see people get lucky, strike it big with money that was supposed to last forever, and then 5 years later they are struggling. By the end of this video, you'll have an effective step-by-step plan that is, in large part, the exact same method that everybody who has gained wealth has followed. And now you can too. Here are 10 steps to never be poor again. Number 1. Decide that you will never be poor again. This sounds trivial, but it's really not. Every time you have to make a decision, ask yourself, will this make me poor or will it make me rich? If you cannot really see how your decision will increase your income, then it's a liability. Because of this process may be difficult for some people. Financial success is all about choosing the long term over the short term. There is nothing better than not having a worry about money ever again. Once you make the decision and start working towards this goal, it's just a matter of moving forward until you achieve it. Number 2. Break down your situation into what's making you money and what is costing you money. You got out of poverty and now you're doing well than everyone expected you to do. We said it last time and we'll say it again. You didn't come this far just to come this far. Now is the time to make sure that there is always food on the table when you need it. You did manage to put food on the table that previously didn't have any, so celebrate. Break every financial aspect of your life down. However, spread them into two: what costs me money and what makes me money. This is a good time to include the money numbers next to it as well. This is where you can add your job or businesses if you make money. Write down your monthly income and an estimate of your annual income in this column. You can add here any other revenue streams you may have, such as benefits, royalties, rent, etc. Number 3. Close down the money pits. There are few things on every list that are costing you way too much money, at least for the return you're getting. These are your immediate focus. Everything you do now is to rid for yourself of money pits such as debt. Don't create new ones as you do so. You can increase your income and keep your expenses the same if you want to have more money after expenses at the end of the month. It will actually be necessary to do both to never be poor again. You will only go after the money pits, the ones that make you feel like your life would be better if you didn't have these recurring payments taking all the fun out of it. Many people think that if they cut off a coffee, clip coupons or shower less, they will become rich because they're saving a little bit of money. It's just a penny, and nobody gets rich by saving pennies. Number 4. Focus exclusively on increasing income. The next step is to bring in more money. You need to figure out who has your money. Find out how you can get some of it. You can increase your income in 3 fundamental ways. Volume. Work more. This one got you out of poverty. But since you have only 24 hours in a day, you can't use them all to work. It won't make you rich long term. As long as you're trading time for money, you will never get rich. Specialization means that you're able to charge more money for the product service you're currently selling because of the higher quality of the outcome. This is a great step that gets long-term results. Repeat after me. The more you learn, the more you earn. In order to maximize the amount of money you bring in from each customer, you attach additional products to service to your current offer. As long as you're disciplined and have your expenses under control, poverty is just a money problem. What solves money problem? Money. Number 5. Incorporate. The time has come for you to start a business. Don't worry about the bureaucracy or the unknown aspects of setting up an LLC or corporation. Everything is done online these days. You'll be up and running in no time. It was always said that rich people got rich by working high-paying jobs, but this was never true. To be wealthy, you have to own things that increase in value over time. It allows you to own a business, a property, a part of business, Bitcoin, etc. Incorporating allows you to do just that. Own a business. Unlike individuals, businesses are treated differently, and they are required to follow different rules so that they can keep more money. The business is a different entity than you are, and we found out when we discussed business structures, businesses get rich faster than individuals. Wealthy individuals don't have their fortunes in piles of money lying around their homes. They don't play Instagram pretend games. Instead, they own businesses that are worth fortunes. Number 6. Pay yourself first. In contrast to most people, poor people pay their bills first, and the rich people pay themselves first. The problem with the poor people's process is that they pay bills and never get to pay themselves anything. You're not supposed to just pay your bills until you die, aren't you? It's because businesses are taxed differently that you can pay yourself first and have more money. You become a deductible expense and the business can take care of the bills for you. The money should be invested immediately. We strongly recommend automating the process so that money leaves your personal account automatically. We use it for index funds and crypto investments. In other words, when you hear people say to have your wealth creation on autopilot, that means paying yourself first. If you don't pay your bills, you won't have any money left. Number 7. Use your work money to improve and solidify the income-generating assets. At this point, you probably have a steady stream of income from your work as well as your first cash flowing generating asset. When diversifying too early, people often make the mistake of trying to do too much. Try taking a portion of your investment and maximizing the value of your asset instead of putting all that money into starting a third business. To increase the rent in real estate, fix the roof, the windows, paint it, fix the garden, and you know what next to do. Invest money in your cash-generating asset until it becomes a solid investment. Only then can you move to another cash flow-generating asset. For an e-commerce store, it's better design, better ads, and better content. Don't spread yourself too thin. We have seen people screw up million-dollar businesses because they were distracted by a new shiny opportunity and forgot to take care of what was feeding them. Don't make the same mistake they did. Number 8. Make investing in yourself a priority. It's only through the trial and error that you have made every progress you have in your life up to this point. Either through someone who has done it before, taking the process of investing in yourself seriously is what sparked you to watch this video. The fact remains that reading books and attending conferences is not enough to make real progress. We know plenty of people who do nothing but read books and attend conferences. It is essential that you invest in yourself if you want to succeed. Investment means to spend. In most cases, you'll need to invest in time, effort, and money. Number 9. Your effort pays for assets and the assets pays for your pleasure. Even if you manage to make money, you should invest it. This is a common mistake that keeps people poor. They consume it. They buy food, toys, clothes, TVs, or go on holidays when they shouldn't. Here's a valuable lesson. Just because you have the money does not mean you can afford it. Think about it again, until you actually comprehend it. You are playing the long game, right? Here's how the rich do it. Instead of drinking champagne now and that being the last time you ever drink champagne, the rich drink water now, until they can afford the drink champagne anytime they want. When buying something for your pleasure, ask yourself, are my assets paying for it or am I buying it with my time? You can't afford what you want if your assets don't cover its cost. Get back to work if your assets don't make enough money to cover it. Number 10. Repeat everything until your assets out-earn your spending 3 to 1. When you are committed, it typically takes 3 years to rise from poverty into the middle class. Then it takes 7 years to rise from mediocrity to financial freedom. Financial freedom means you could quit your job tomorrow and live off the work when you have done for the rest of your life. It is common for people to expect things to move faster than this, but for us, 7 years is a drop in the bucket. As far as day-to-day work goes, building wealth sustainably is rather boring. You have 1 or 2 big events per year, and the rest is just disciplined work. If you do the right things for long enough, you will eventually get it.